there, the 3GE number or letters and numbers, that is your injector code. You're going to want to write that down, take a picture, because that is what you're going to input into the computer or the MCM. Okay, that is an injector code. Okay, that's part of the need when you input your code. At least this is what I needed on the truck I was working on earlier when I replaced all 6 injectors. This was for a DD15 though, this is a DD13, so the application is very similar, and that is an injector part number. Now this is the single part number, not the one I just showed you. Two very different things. This code is what you're going to input, this part number is what you're going to input into the MCM along with the code. It's going to require both. I'll show you that a little bit later in the video, but I want to show you this now. Also really quick, I want to show you the injector fuel line supply, or the high pressure line. This is the one that comes off the rail and that goes down towards the injector. I always replace them, okay? I don't care if the customer says I just put it in 6-8 months ago, a year ago when they did some other work. Always replace them. Great rule of thumb. You don't want that to leak, fuel line leak, and other things can potentially happen. Again, that's the part number for it. It comes with the line, and it actually comes with another seal. Obviously, you don't need both seals, but you need just the one. Now, there's 2 different part numbers. I believe the 810, here we go, 810 is the rear facing, in other words, injectors 4, 5, 6, and 710 is forward facing, injectors 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I wanted to show you that again. There's the fuel line supply. There's the part number to our injector. And let me see if I can kind of open this up here with one hand. Bear with me, give me a second. And there we go. So there's our fuel line. And here is our seal. And again, we have a seal that comes with the kit for the injector. So you can use either one. They're both exactly the same. You cannot use 2, obviously. So again, wanted to show you that. Part number, new injector, new tube, old injector. Housing is clean. We're going to install the new seal that again comes with your injector and your fuel line supply. Now it does say on their top, so I believe it's going to be directional. I don't know if it makes a difference if you put it upside down or right side up. Back side of the seal. Now I typically like to apply a little bit of the Detroit diesel gasket maker. Okay, just a little bit helps create a seal. I think a better seal. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the injector in. I'll show you a little bit about that. And little 10mm bolts that go on the side. Now I typically like to leave it a little loose because once you put the fuel line in, you want to have a little bit of play while you are aligning the fuel line with the actual injector. And I'll show you what I mean. So we have the injector in, but we don't have it seated yet. And I wanted to show you something. There's the new bolt. There's the injector hold down clamp. Let me try and hold that still for you guys. Okay, now one thing you're going to need to do is when you install this, you want to get it in center between those 2 springs as possible. So when you insert the tube, which is going to come in through this side, you want it to line up as best as possible. Now right now what you're going to want to do is simply seat the injector, don't torque it. And again, that's just simply so you can align the injector with the hole that's right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and seat it, and I'm gonna try and show you as best I can how to do it all. All right, guys, so we are back, and I realized once I was installing the fuel line that the part number you see here ending in 710 is for the rear facing. So injectors, again, 4, 5, 6. The one I ended up picking up, and I didn't realize this until after, which happens every now and then, is ending in 810, and that's a forward facing. Obviously, they will not work. They're not, you cannot interchange them. So here we are, 1 hour later, we got the right tube. Let's get this installed and let's see what, let's get this truck started. Okay, so now we have the injector lined up and ready to go. Now, again, I recommend just use this finger tight for now. And then this particular tube, which is gonna be the part that meets up with the injector. Let's see if I can show you. Bear with me here, guys. All right, what you're gonna want is for those 2 to be lined up as good as possible. I'm gonna zoom in there for you, if I can, there we go. Okay, and then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna feed the actual tube to meet up with the injector. Once you do that, you tighten everything down, you're going to torque your clamp, your bolt, and pretty much prime the system and get it ready. All right, so we have our injector line installed. Everything met up correctly. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a quick little overview here. Everything is properly, meeting up the way it should. The only thing you're gonna need to do next is obviously you're gonna tighten down the bolts that hold down the seal, and you're gonna need to torque these down. There's 2 of them, obviously 2 points, and it's actually just torqued down to about 30 foot-pounds. You're gonna need your 19 can use a wrench here, obviously, and then you're going to need the socket that's going to let you get in there and torque that down. Now, once you've done that, then you need to torque your injector hold down bolt, which is right there. Okay, now that's actually a very easy process. Once you torque it down, I believe it's 15 foot-pounds and then a 90-degree turn. 15 foot-pounds plus 90 degrees. Once you do that, put everything back together and prime the system. And I'll show you how to prime at the very end. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Let's move on and get this. All right, guys, so now that we have the injector installed, we have our software connected. You go to your actions, you go to injector codes, and then you want to go to where you're going to input the information. In this case, it's going to be the number 5. There's your part number, there's your injector code, and literally all you're going to do at this point is go down to the bottom section where it says write, and it will start to write the information over to the CPC. It will accept it, and you should be good to go. You'll know over here on the right if anything was incorrect. If the code is not correct or the part number is not correct, then you don't get these little green indicators. So you don't get the green check mark, and you certainly can't go on to the next part, which is the actual code itself. So again, right now it's sending the injector code, it's communicating to the CPC, and we will go from there and keep you guys posted. Hopefully this all works out correctly.